Are you a gym owner? Are you looking to open a gym? Are you a personal trainer who's thinking, you know, now it's time to take it to the next level and open my own gym? Well, if that is you, keep watching this video. We're here in Box and Burn, Santa Monica. Got named California's #1 gym in 2015-16, I think, for men's fitness. We also own another gym up the street called Box and Burn again, Box and Burn Brentwood. And yeah, now I'm going to give you some tips and some knowledge of opening your own gym. You know, one thing that when we opened this gym, so I own this gym with Kevin Watson, who's not here right now. Glenn's been probably the founding trainer. Is it a founding trainer?
Founding trainer.
Been here for the first trainer. One thing that I noticed very fast about opening a gym is there's way more than just fitness or training than opening a gym.
Can you list like a couple of examples, that some things that people might not even think about? Say like I'm for example, say I'm going to try and open my own gym now. I'm picking your brain, right? And it's like, oh, I'm going to open my own gym. That'll be amazing. What would be a couple of things that you think that I might not expect to encounter once I've opened it? Like, oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think I'd have to do that.
Well, when the gym very first opened, we didn't have any receptionists on. We didn't think about having receptionists. You might have been here. The phone rang.
It was me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Everything.
He was here answering the phone, but as well training clients. And one thing that I learned fast was like, we need to have someone on the desk. But it felt like it was a waste of money because there was no one coming through the door. The phone might ring once every 5 hours. But why I think it's so important that you do get a receptionist is because when the phone does ring, you need to answer it. It needs to be answered straight away as well. So let's say if you're paying a receptionist, I don't know what the pay is around America, $12 an hour, is it? You're paying. You've got to be willing to pay $120 a day for a receptionist.
Yeah.
And now that soon adds up over, let's say, 5 days a week. Now you've got to pay $600 wages right there just to keep the doors open. That's on top of your rent and everything else.
Yeah.
But that is worth it because one client who could phone up and want to do personal training sessions, and that's worth more than that.
Yeah, and then that's that paid for.
Yeah, so it's an investment. So really, you should really hire someone to do the desk, you know. And I remember at first, I think when we first opened, I would have the Box and Burn gym phone go through to my mobile, you know, which wasn't bad.
Yeah, it's good.
But if I'm teaching a class,
it's a good tip.
If I'm teaching a class, I'll miss a phone call, and there might be someone, a client wanting to train it right now, and they call this gym, it's closed, go to another gym. So that there is a big tip, a big thing you need to do. Think about that. And think about having someone to help you, because that will only help you keep the doors open and help you get a bit busier.
I have one. Maintenance.
Maintenance?
In the beginning of this gym, when equipment wasn't when the gym wasn't as full with equipment as it is now, you know, like less heavy bags, that kind of stuff, you don't anticipate that things are going to get broken and need replacing, and things are going to fall down, things are going to need to get put back up, things are going to need to be replaced all the time. That was one thing that I kept seeing all the time. Like heavy bags would break, chains would break. I would have to go up to the hardware store up the street, find the chains, buy the chains and all that, bring it back. Then Kevin would put the heavy bags back up, and then a stand would break or a shelf would break. I'd have to reorder that, and then a medicine ball would split, and things like that would happen all the time. And then you realise quickly, like, oh, we're spending money on chains and shelves and new med ball orders, and that stuff kind of never stops.
But not only money, the time as well.
Yeah, the time.
You spend lots of time on doing things like that. So yeah, that's definitely a big one.
Yeah.
And something that I think you can do yourself when you're starting for gym. You wouldn't have to hire someone for that, especially you wouldn't have to hire someone full time for that. And as well, a tip is like, think about what equipment you need. Most of the gyms I've been in have got like 5 treadmills, they've got a ton of weights, they've got all sorts of equipment. Do you need that to do what you want to do for if it's a class or for your gym? Is that your style of training? Because I think people buy loads of treadmills, loads of exercise bikes, just because that's the thing that's good. And they think that's what a gym needs. We've got 5,500 square foot facility here, and we've got 8,000 square foot in the other gym. And between both gyms, I think we've got 3 treadmills. Like, it's not a big thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really get used that much. A few bikes. When we opened this place, it was an empty warehouse. All we had was mitts, med balls, a few dumbbells, nothing matched.
That was about it. Yeah.
And an agility ladder,
Yeah.
jump ropes. Like, everything was really cheap. And as we made money with the gym, because we hadn't hardly any overheads, because it was just me, Kev, Glenn, Stephen, I think, and we put all the money back into the gym. And then slowly we started to build. But the quality of the classes that we did was great.
Yeah.
People loved the passion.
I think that's the key, is like, focus on your product. Like, and your product is your classes and your training sessions. That's your product. And I think a lot of people going into gym ownership think that their product is the gym, and that's not always the case.
Yeah.
They think their product's the gym, and they've got to have the shiniest heavy bikes and the newest, like, most expensive equipment. And like you said, like, I've got to have 10 treadmills all lined up perfect, and it looks mint, and that's great. You walk in and it looks mint, amazing. You spent all that money to make it look good, thinking the gym's the product, but then the classes are kind of average, or they're the same as the classes down the street, or there's no real point of difference to the classes. There's no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've not got like really great trainers in there with holding out really good personal training sessions. That's the product, is the actual training.
Yeah. And that's the investment. That's why you want to be investing your time into the training of the trainers.
Yes.
and training all of them. Yeah. Invest your time into that, and invest your money into people as well, because that's what's going to help your business grow. In investing into people.
Yeah.
And even right now, we still do that. We do it more than ever. Investing in people.
Something that was heavy and still is to this day is refining the class format, making the class the best it can be. We would have meetings about it all the time. We would practice different formats for classes. We would talk about different ideas to making it better. Should we do this? Should we do that? That's something, and is still something that happens all the time. Is the product is, we recognise the product is the class, and that's why I think those things like getting named California's #1 gym, and why there's huge wait lists for classes and all that, is because there's a lot of time and energy spent into making the class the best product it can possibly be.
So if you're about to open a gym and you're doing it because you want to get rich, I wouldn't do it. If you want to open a gym, you want to do it because you want to earn loads of money, don't do it, because
I'm working in finance.
Yes, you're going to go into it for the wrong reason, right? You're going into it for the wrong reason. If you go into, and that being said, I'm not saying you're not going to earn money, you're not going to get rich. You can definitely do that. But if you're going into it for that reason, you're going into it for the wrong reason. We never come into it for this. We come into it for passion. We were passionate about it. We're going to open a gym.
All we really knew how to do.
We really loved to help people, build a community, and that's what we did. Like, first and foremost is the people who come in. Like, we make sure that they have a great time and they enjoy it and they love it, and we learn their names. Like that's it. And if someone can't make a payment this time, go on, you can still train. Get us next time.
Yeah.
Like, using our heads, we want the customers to be happy all the time. So if someone's really late for a class and like, come on, jump in, but try not to be late next time.
Yeah.
Like, be nice to people.
Yeah.
Like, going out of your way to help people.
And all that's going to do over time is build a great community. People that want to be here. They get out of work, they want to come here straight away. They get up out of bed before work, they want to come here before work. They're on a lunch break, they want to get in here on their lunch break. And it's that mindset of creating like there's the home and their workplace, and then you want to be that third place that they want to go to outside of that.
Yeah.
And things like what you're saying, learning their names, being nice with people, going above and beyond to help them out. And that's what's going to build that community.
Yeah, community is huge.
And create loyalty to your business.
So with this video, I mean, there's so much to own the business. We could talk about the marketing, the hiring, the firing, the training of the desk staff, the training of the trainers, the systems in place to help grow and expand. There's so much we could talk about, but you know, we could do 100 videos now, but we don't want to go into too much. But I think there we give some little tips and some little things to think about. Let's just quickly get into hiring as well, because we grew that fast. We used to hire really fast, and you might have heard of the quote, hire slow and fire fast, and that is a great quote. Where in the past we did it the other way around. We'd hire someone like that, and then we'd fire someone, take us ages, that should have been fired.
It's like months ago.
Because we didn't want to do it, and that's a true saying.
Yeah, and it can be tough, because sometimes you do need the manpower, you do need the bodies in there, and it might not be your ideal setup. You might be hiring somebody that you know isn't going to last long, or somebody you don't necessarily get along with, but at that time that person might still be bringing value to your business, and I think that's crucial as well. And in terms of hiring, I think one thing I've learned is to not let your personal opinions of people or your personal judgments of people affect your decisions, whether they're good for your business or not. They're two completely different things. You could have completely different opinions to somebody on training or on life or whatever it is, but if they're doing a good job for your business and bringing revenue in and they're of value to your business, then you've got to run with that.
And I think that's a big one, keeping everything business and personal is completely separate. And I tell everyone who's employee at Boxing Bill, we've got nearly 50 employees now, like, if I'm coming down on you, which I don't do much, but like, it's totally business, it's never ever personal. So never take anything tell people never take anything personal, because it's business, and keep it business and keep it professional as well. It's another thing we could go into, the professionalism of the relationships with clients is a definite no-no, as in getting too friendly with clients, you know what I'm talking about. So there's so much what you'll get into with this. If you've got any questions, you can leave them in the comments, we'll try and answer them. And make sure you subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
Good luck with your gym.